everybody, welcome to Elisa's Art Room. Today we're going to be working some more on my fall journal. This one is called Colors of Fall. I think I said Colors of Fall, right? I was debating between Colors of Fall or Colors of Autumn, and I'm pretty sure I went with Colors of Fall. So that's what we're doing. Y'all come in and say hi, let me know you're here. We are live on Facebook, if you see the little red button at the top left. If not, you're catching a replay. Let me get you guys pulled up so I can find chat. If it shows. There it is. Okay. Hopefully volume is okay. So this is what we have so far. It's a soft journal made out of a recycled Amazon packaging bag. Got a couple of pockets. Get my fingers in there. And ribbon closure. And it's going to have some more stuff done to the cover today, and then we're going to put the pages in. I was going to do 2 signatures, but I think I'm actually going to go to 3. Mainly because I creased my spine a little more than I normally do, and that spot where I creased is showing more than I wanted, so I'm going to end up putting a signature there. And if I did 2, it would just be on each side of it, and it would probably make that show even more. So I think if I put 3, it will kind of balance that out. I could iron it. I thought about trying to take it and iron it and see if I can get it to lay back down, but we'll see. I may do both. But so that's what we're going to do today. I have 2 signatures made, but we're going to turn these into 3. I'm keeping it kind of small, not too big. So like I said, I have to get to my Christmas stuff, or we won't get it done this year. So let's see. All right, I've got, looks like 1 person on here. All right, I am going to see if I can hear myself. Yeah, okay. Volume is working, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera up top and we'll get started on this, okay? 1 second. Sorry about my finger. Got in the way there. Flip. Oh, where's something with writing? There we go. Yep, we're the right way. I think we're kind of straight. Looks like it. Lighting's good. Okay. Let's see. So, I started Wednesday. Got the cover started. And did a little bit of hand stitching on here. Just a little. Like I said, I'm not really a embroiderer. I don't really know a lot about it, but I did a little bit of a cross stitch on here. And so I went ahead and made a plaque for it, and this is hand stitched. So I took a couple of pieces of fabric, which we did during the last live, and then while I was off camera, I did the stitching because y'all don't want to watch me stitch. I'm very slow. But I used that same yarn that I've been using, this yarn here. You could use floss. Floss would probably be better, but I didn't have any embroidery floss, so use what you have. So I did this. I did the letters in a back stitch. And then this is just a normal straight stitch, and just wrote out fall. So that's going to be our little centerpiece. And so I actually went online and looked at some tutorials because, like I said, I'm not a embroiderer in any way, shape, or form. Granted, it's much harder to embroidery on a little piece like this than it is a embroidery hoop. So I think if I was going to do it again, I would definitely do the embroidering on the full piece of fabric first and then cut it out, because it is harder to do it on a little piece like this because it's not held taut. So it's a little bit different. But I did put some of that padding on here. This is that fleece that I used on the cover. And so it's just got a little bit more height to it. But I watched a couple of videos, so I'll give them a little shout out. So I watched 26 hand embroidery letters for beginners by DIY Stitching, and I watched 20 basic hand embroidery stitches sampler for absolute beginners by Modern Craft. And those were pretty informative and helped me out a lot. I sat there and looked at all my practice. It's not great, but I practiced all these different stitches. They're not terrible. I ran out of thread on my little lazy daisy, but I tried. So that was kind of fun. Like I said, I've never really done it, so I tried to teach myself. Teach yourself anything with, YouTube these days. So that's where we're at. We're going to cover the rest of this. So we're going to put this on here, and then I've got some of the fabric that I used with this fabric, and I made some cutouts. So these are fussy cut leaves from that fabric. Hey Angela. And what I did is I just took my Pellon interfacing, the lightweight one, not the heavy one, not the quilted one. Anyway, I can't flip it over without my tweezers. And I just ironed. Okay, said trying to reconnect all the time. I ironed it on there, and then I fussy cut them out after I ironed it on there so that they won't fray. You could also glue it, but I just decided to use my interfacing since I had some. So I fussy cut all these out. And we're going to put them on the cover for embellishment. So I've got these. And what I did, because when you fussy cut them out, it's hard not to get like a white edge on them. So what I did to eliminate that is I just went around the edge with my Posca pen. So I'll show you on here. I have one that's not done. If I can grab a hold of it. Oops, I'm dropping them. All right, so this one, can you see the white edge still on there? It's real hard to do it so perfect that you don't get that white edge. And I didn't really want the white edge on there. So what I did is I just took, I took my Posca pen, because it's basically acrylic. And I just used the red. Actually, this might be my new, I don't know if these are my new ones or my old ones. I've got 2 boxes. So I just took some red, as there's no orange, and some yellow. And then a little tiny brush, teeny tiny brush, and mixed it up to make myself an orange. And it'll stay wet for just a bit, not long. And then I just took that and painted the edges. And then I did brown on the stem. And for brown, I just mixed red and blue to get myself a little, maybe I added a little green, I don't remember. But if you do that, you could also probably use a Sharpie or something, but this was an easy way to do it. It's not too bad. And then I just got rid of most of those white edges, so it doesn't look quite so bad. And then you can wash that in water. It's a water-based kind of soap and water anyway. I'm just gonna rinse it for now. So that's what I did there. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to embellish this cover with all this stuff. Thread's off of there. My thread. I'm going to zoom in just a little. I should be able to glue these on with either Fabri-Tac or even, honestly, even probably the, just the normal art glitter probably work too. I think I glued that. What did I glue that with? I don't remember. I think I used art glitter, and I feel like it held just fine. So whichever you're more comfortable with, it really doesn't matter. The Fabri-Tac just leaves all those little pieces. But I do have the fleece on here, so the art glitter might absorb too much into that and dry before I can get it down. That's the only thing I'm worried about, so I think I'll go with the Fabri-Tac. So you need to just decide your layout, how you want it to be. So this piece I'm going to put here. I want to leave just a little bit of that orange showing for kind of a shadow effect, I think. So I'm going to just leave that little bit of orange right there. Put that there. And then these guys on here. Let me make here. I need to move this up just a fraction. I'm too close to my body. See if I can zoom any. I have to really move it away from me to zoom. Okay, that's about as close as I can get. All right. Pull these pieces over here. Okay, so we've got these. I think I'm going to put those there. I did this ahead of time to kind of see what looked good. So I have a idea in my head as to what I think will work. There. And where did I put this guy? I think I put this guy. There's two of these. I want the big one and the little one. I want the little one on the bottom and the big one on the top. Let's do that one and that one. And this little maple up here. And we got some acorns, throw those there. And some just plain leaves. Did I use these? I think I did. I think I used them here. So one on the bottom of this. And then this is acorns also. That goes here. Think about there. Sunflower. I'm going to put this here. And then one more leaf. Where did I put this leaf? Oh, right here. So that is what I think will work. Looks pretty good. What do y'all think? I tried not to get it too you know, cluttered, but enough that it looks decent. So that's what I'm going to go with. So I just got to start gluing it all down. But it helps if you're doing a layout like this. It helps if you practice your layout, do it a couple times, take pictures of what you're doing, and then scroll through your pictures and see what you think looks best. And that works best for me. So that's usually what I do, is I just kind of play with it, see what I think looks good, and then take a picture of that. And then I just scroll through and compare. And then once I decide which one I like, then I just print it out so that I have something to go from. And I just print it on draft. You'd be surprised how well draft usually prints. You could even honestly just print it in black and white if you wanted. It would be fine because you're just using it for a reference for placement. So it doesn't really matter. I find that to be the most helpful when I'm trying to do a layout like this and I'm not real sure where to put things. It just helps me to make that decision. So hopefully y'all are enjoying this. I've done soft journals for sure, but not exactly like this, and definitely not with any quilting or hand embroidering. And then as soon as I get these glued on, we're going to move over to signatures, and we're going to figure out a way to turn the 2 signatures that I have into 3. Like I said, I'm keeping it small, so it'll probably only be like, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages each. That's what I'm guessing. That should work out fine. I like taking my fabrics though and making little things out of them. I just think it looks cool because I could put cardboard on there or something, or you know, a cutout ephemera piece or a wood cut, you know, die cut of some sort. But the fabric just keeps that soft feel that, you know, I was trying to go for. So think about there. Pull these 2 off for a second. This one has the quilted, so it's a little thicker and probably more absorbent, so I'm going to put a little more glue. Plus I got all that stitching in there. Don't think I really need to worry too much about spreading it. Maybe just try to get up to the edges. Even honestly, it doesn't really matter if the edges touch. Just roll that off real quick. All right, so we're going to throw that on there. Right there. Give it a little push. And if you want, I could open this up, but it's not that hard to push on it, so I'm going to let that one set up for a second, and then I'll put the 2 little embellishments on it. Come on. And for anyone new, this Fabri-Tac is in a Sugar Bell icing bottle because it's much easier to squeeze than the regular Fabri-Tac bottle. If you're like me, things that are hard to squeeze are no fun. Just gotta keep this Fabri-Tac rolled off my fingers. And you can get these little bottles on Amazon. I think Joann's has them too, but our Joann's is a little further than I like to drive, so not that that's that far. I don't really like driving at all. Let's see, I'll put this wanted it to kind of look like it was hanging off that edge there. Sticky fingers. Let's see, miss this one. Debating if I want to straighten that center thing up. It looks a little crooked. Is it crooked? It's not too bad. I'll have to push it down more. Yeah, that's fine. I think it's just because it was raised. It was looking crooked on my side. All right, what am I missing? All those are down, so we need a little leaf here. Come on. I have no patience for these bottles. I have to clean off that nozzle. It's starting to goop. All right, so this one I'm going to put on the edge here. Right there. Where'd my sunflower go? There it is. There, get some of this off. Edna, I haven't seen you in forever. All right, this one I'm gonna put, debate how far in I want. I think I want to go about there. Feels like it's glued. I think we are good. All right, so there's our cover. Hey, Deborah. All right, I gotta show you my new scrapbook.com joke thing. When you order things from Scrapbook, they give you little cards in your order for a thank you. Well, it's like a packed with care card. It says packed with care, and then on the other side it has a little funny thing. This one says, to reduce stress, I do yoga. Just kidding. I craft all day in my yoga pants. I thought that was funny. That's my one for today. It's true, too. I do craft in my yoga pants. A friend got me hooked on yoga pants a long time ago because they're so comfortable. They don't have like a binding waist or anything. I do like them. Okay, so there's our cover. I'm happy with that. I think it's very pretty. It's definitely the colors of fall. Pocket. So I'll be making a writing board. It'll either go in the side pocket or it'll go here. I don't know. But I did keep these a little deep. I could have went a little bit shallower with them, but sometimes especially if you're going to put the writing board in there, it does help if they're a little bit deeper. So I just kept it like that. And like I said, so right now I have 2 signatures made up, and you know, they would fit fine in there, but I really want that middle one. So it's better if you do odd numbers. It's easier to sew in because you have a center to work with. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it into 3. Try to keep the pages down, but turn it into 3. So these are papers from a couple of different Hobby Lobby ones. think they were both on clearance, so who knows if they're still available. I'll show you what they were. I'm not sure about this one. Might not have been on clearance. This one was. So this one was on clearance for $3.49. It's called Sunflower. And then this one is Fall Sunflower. And I think I just got this one for the normal 40% off when I bought it. So that's the two fall papers I have that are full size. And then I have a couple of smaller ones from last year that we'll be using. This one I got from 49 in Market. It's got some fall stuff. There's not much left. I had a lot more, but it's getting a little bit low. It is double-sided, which I do like. But I have a little bit left of that. And then just some papers I'm printing myself. And then I have this Serenity. This one I got online. It's by Yasmin. I got it off of Amazon. And assuming it's still available, it is on focus. It is on my Amazon favorites list, so you can take a peek at that if you like it. It's got some cute stuff. It's great for a nature journal too. And let's see if I have, other than that, I have some digitals and a couple of, I think I still have some transfers left that are autumn based. I have a lot of stuff left from the last time I did a fall one, which we'll be using again. Because why not? I have some napkins floating around here too. Where did I put the napkins? I thought they were in this box. I don't see them. All right, where'd you set the napkins at, girl? Oh, they're behind me. So I have a little bit of this fabric left. This is from a journal we did last year. And then I have a couple of napkins that I may use in here. This one. This is Dollar Tree. This is probably Home Goods. That might be Home Goods too. I'm not sure about this one. I think this was Dollar Tree, but I'm not 100% sure. So a couple of napkins I'll probably use here and there for some like decoupaging type stuff. And what else do I have? So other than that, I have a digital set that I bought last year called Fall Bounty. It's by the Junk Journal Studio on Etsy. And it's got a lot of really cute stuff. I haven't printed them all out, so this isn't all of them, but it kind of gives you an idea of the feel of it. It's definitely very fall and harvesty and foods and things like that. But corns. I don't know what fine shoes have to do with it, but that was in there. And then she also had some labels with her set. And the labels are, I think there's different colors. This is the ones I could find from last year. So they've got like a broken up kind of font. It's kind of, I don't know how you say it, but it looks like kind of, worn. So they're pretty. And those are also hers from that kit. And I will put links in the YouTube description, guys. All right, let's see. I got to go let my cat out because, of course, he's at the door wanting out as I started. All right. So here's what we have. So the paper, that bigger 12 by 12 is cardstock. The other one is scrapbook paper. So I mix them up And then I had some stenciled coffee dyed paper that I did from some Essential Stencils. So I had some of that already. Some ledger paper. This is from maybe Tattered and Worn. Let me see which one it was from. Yeah, I think it's Tattered and Worn. Tattered and Worn's a pretty good little set. It's got a lot of good, just basic backgrounds with a decent amount of like fall kind of colors. So I have that one too. I didn't use a lot of it, but I will probably pull from it here and there. So that's what that is. And then on the other side is the scrapbook paper from the smaller one. This is another stencil from, should be Essential Stencil. And it's coffee dyed. So what I do is I coffee dye the paper and I lay the stencil on top of it as it's dyeing. This is some paper I made last year, just myself. And this is like a faux coffee dyed paper. It's double-sided. It's in my Amazon list. This is the cardstock one. This is a painting of mine. It's shrunk a little bit. It's actually much longer, but I fit it on here. And what I did is I just put this into my printer and printed on the back of the cardstock, which is usually white, so that I have that for a center spread. And that's a painting I did. It's been a couple years now. I know I need to paint. Y'all are probably mad at me for not painting. I haven't been painting as much. More cardstock paper. Some basic coffee dyed paper, cardstock. This one I printed a couple of images on it from the Graphic Fairy. So I put one image there, and ran them through my printer on the back of that paper. Ledger paper, some more Tattered and Worn from the smaller paper. They're both called Sunflower, so it doesn't really help. This is actually a freebie. I don't know who it's from. It was a freebie. It's on my stuff. I'll have to see if I can figure out who it is. I have a lot of just basic script freebies that people have given through the years. So I'll have to see if I can figure it out. I don't know for sure. And more of the cardstock. This is another Graphics Fairy image that I printed for the center on this one. And then since I'm doing 3, oh, thank you, Deborah. I'm glad you like my painting. I still have it. I haven't sold it yet because honestly, I don't want to part with it. I thought about selling it, but honestly, I would charge so much because it took me so long to do. I'll show you it. Let's see what the whole thing looks like. Here you go. See? It's on wood. It's big. I forget what size it is. It's like 18, 20 inches. I don't know. Something like that. See if I can get it back on the wall. Yeah. But I've been using some of my paintings in my journals just because I might as well get them out there somehow. All right, so that's that center spread. So I have one more that I printed out on cardstock to use for the center spread for the other one. And then I've got a piece of cardstock for the cover piece. So we need a new cover piece. And then we're going to split that stuff up some. Let me find my other image for the center. So this will be my other center. And this was a Graphics Fairy image. So that'll be the center. And this will be the outside. So we just have to find the grain. So what you do is you take a paper and you see how much resistance it has in each direction. And the one that has more give, that's the side the grain is. So this is the grain. It's running this way. Okay, so when I fold this, now this only applies if it's not directional. If it's directional, you're kind of stuck however they printed it. But if you can focus, oh my God, come on, hold on. I'm waiting for this thing to focus. It's so stubborn. Is it gonna do it? You know you wanna. Really? All right, let's try this. Did it work? Oh. I think I got it. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. If you fold it on the grain, what happens is it's less likely to crack than if you fold it against the grain. So you try to fold it on the grain. That way it's less likely to crack and you don't have to score it. Because sometimes even if you score it and you fold it against the grain, the edges will crack. But if you fold it on the grain, then you don't get those cracked edges as much. So that's why you do that. So that is that one, and then we're going to cut it down to fit. So it's 8.5 tall by, it depends on where it goes in here. It starts out at 11, but as you get to the center, it gets smaller and smaller because it moves over. Okay, so the outside piece might be 8.5 by 11, but your center core piece might only be 8.5 by 10 3/4. Okay, so it does change. So we're going to get the 8.5 part. Let's save these. They make great pockets or tags or writing note board thingies, all kinds of things. So then we got to decide where this is going. I think this is the one I decided for the cover. So it will end up being the same size as this first one, which in this case is, it looks like it's going to be right at 8.5 by 11. So I'm just going to mark it because I don't want to open it up and measure it. So I'm just going to mark it and cut it right where this one is because it'll be the same. Give it a little mark there. I'll open it up in a minute, but just for that, just make sure that looks about right. I think so. Maybe a fraction more off. Oops. This thing does not like little pieces. All right, so that is that. So this will be our outside cover. And then we have to fill it in. This is our inside piece, which should be a lot smaller than that. See how much smaller? But that's normal because by the time I fill in all these pages, it'll be right. So this is probably 11. Let's see. What do we got? Just a fraction over 11, so I probably need to cut it down a little bit, and I'll play with that in a minute. Let me see. I want it to be the same as all these, so let me just double check it real quick. Make sure I've got it small enough. I could go another 1/16 of an inch. So let me just trim that off real quick. I just don't want them to be different sizes. So I'll just trim off a 1/16 real quick. Where's my thingy? But typically your top sheet's the 8.5 by 11 and the rest gets smaller. All right, so now it's probably 11. Yep, exactly. All right, so my center, that one, and then we got to steal from this something. And then we might add another coffee dyed page or something. Maybe one more ledger page. So I'll go grab a ledger page. All right, so we've got this. This has a coffee dyed cardstock and then a ledger. So let's go grab a coffee dyed and a ledger. I think I might have some more plant ones. We'll see. I stenciled some, but I've used so many of them. Let's see what's left in here. So I have this one. This is like all of these, but it's got a little tear in it. Here's a sunflower. Is this one torn too? Yeah. A lot of them are torn. Now granted, I could just use half of it. It doesn't have to go the whole length of your journal. A lot of times I do go the whole length just because I don't know, it's probably the OCD of me, probably. I watch other people do journals and they have all these different size pages and stuff. Honestly, I kind of struggle with that. I kind of like that one. It's torn though. It's a little dark. I don't know. It's pretty though. That was a essential stencil. I was trying to see if I had any more like flowers or leaves in here. Like I said, I've gone through so many of them. There's a leopard print. It's not bad. Possibly. Let's see if I got any sunflowers. I think these are all cut down small. Sometimes I cut things down and then I don't end up using them. I don't think I want any of this color. That's avocado dyed paper. I don't think I'm going to put any of that in there. I might put an envelope. I haven't got one in there yet. I usually put one because I like to play with pockets with them. Let's see if we can find any more. What do we got in here? We got scanned papers. I guess I could steal one of those. I was keeping them because I thought I might just want to save them. But honestly, I don't think it matters. I think that is it. I need to dye some more paper, guys. I'm running out. I usually dye 20 sheets a batch. Let's see what's in here. I think they're all plain. Oh, there was something. I tried to destroy it. It's pretty though. It's got flowers. I might use that. What else we got? This was stamps I did. And then I don't know if I think I stamped it after with just brown archival ink. It's kind of cool. I don't know if it's super fallish. It's more steampunky. Any other flowers in here? Nope. I've used them all. Alright. I might use that flower. Maybe. It could work for fall, I guess. Alright. Why not? So throw these back in here. Throw these back in there. I'm not sure. I think I have better envelopes to choose from. I did not like this paper. This was some cheap paper that I had, and I tried to coffee dye it, and it bled like crazy. Trying to reconnect. There we go. It bled like crazy, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it turned out. So I haven't used it. Here's some more envelopes. I knew I had more. Alright, let's go with those two. Alright, so the coffee dyed papers. Definitely need a new coffee dye section. What did I say I was looking for? Oh, the ledger paper. Ledger paper. There's one of those. And I guess one of those faux dyed coffee dyed papers. Use one of these. Let's see. Got stripes. I think that's the one I've used most. I'll use this more orangey one on the front here. Use that one. Go with that. probably enough, because I might steal one or two from the other ones. All right, so just fold all of these in half. This ledger paper is not square. I don't know why it's not square, but it is definitely not printed square. Every time I fold it, it's crooked. Even if I'm right on the line, the bottom, this little bottom piece right here, you can see how crooked it is. So when it was printed askew. All right, so where's my cover? I lost it. I lost it. There it is. All right. So cardstock, and then we did coffee dye. Let's just throw one of these in here. I can get this wrinkle out later. Usually it'll kind of work its way out. We'll do this. Let's get background paper. Put that one there. And then we'll put the ledger paper, I think. Yeah, I'll do it, the dots at the top. And then what did we do? We just did some of that regular paper. That one I glued these two together with glue stick. I'm not sure if I want to do that, so I'm probably going to pass on that. Might steal from one of these others. Let's see, what do we got in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in that one. What do we got in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 in each of those. I think I can get them down to 7. Let's try that. So I'm going to steal, I think I will take this piece, maybe. I'm debating. Maybe I'll take this piece. This piece, put it somewhere here. And then we'll steal one from this one. Let's see. Let's take this one, this colored one. This is one of mine. It's a little, it printed pink because I was running out of ink. I'm thinking about reprinting this one so it's more of its actual color. This is actually the trees on that painting of mine. But when I printed it, like I said, I was kind of running out of ink and it's a little on the pink side. It's not a lot, but just a fraction. So let's see, and then we want, I think, this. Oh, I didn't notice that that was so different on each side. This one, where do we want it? This one's going to have a lot of coffee dye papers. It doesn't matter because half of them will be covered up with something else anyway. All right, what's that giving us? Let's see. Let's count it and see how many we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, that's backwards. Let's go that way. 7. Make sure they're all the right direction, that writing's the right way, ledger's the right way. That's up. Do I need to trim it some? Just a fraction. You just kind of make sure it's all snug, and then you can trim off any extra. So we got 7 each. Guess I'm not going to use this one. I'll use it sometime. 7 here. All right, that's good. I think that'll work. Probably more than I was going to do. I could probably take one out and do 6 each, honestly. I just don't know what I would take out. 1, 2. I may just leave them for writing on or embellishing. The center ones, honestly, I probably won't do anything to. They'll probably just be visual. So there won't be any bulk there. So I think we'll be okay with 7. Yeah, we should be fine. All right, so let's trim this one. Just knock it down nice and tight. And I'm just going to trim it even. I like to trim mine even. You don't have to, that's optional. But that's how I do it. So just find a straight edge. Just trim off that little bit on the edge there. Okay, now they're all nice and even. So there's our 3 signatures. That will work fine. And like I said, I might add an envelope to each one, which will bulk it up a tiny bit. I do like using envelopes. Let's see if we can find any that will work. And you can use these straight and sew them in to the middle, or you can cut them and use them as pockets on one side. So, yeah, that's debative. It doesn't really matter. Usually I try to figure out approximately where I think I might put it. Possibly. This is upside down. I need to mark these top and bottom so I don't get them confused. All right. We will measure for the inside, because if I measure for the outside and I end up needing it on the inside, it will not fit. So let's see if this will fit. It's a little big. I'm just looking at the windows. So that's too big. I'm just using these. These are just plain. Yeah, these will fit pretty good. Let's see what they look like folded halfway. Maybe not folded halfway, but they will work. And I've got 3 of them. I've got a bunch of them. One of my bills has these for return. Or actually, I guess it's mailed in this. Yeah, because I opened it. I think I'll just use these. Because they're all the same. It's easy. I won't have to worry about it. I'm running out of envelopes too. I need to coffee dye some more of those. I've got a billion envelopes, don't get me wrong. I just haven't coffee dyed them. So I need to do a whole big coffee dye batch. These will work. We're going to cover them anyway. And they don't have a lot of writing, which I like. So we'll put one of these in each. For right now, I'm going to fold them. I may end up cutting them and putting them in differently. For right now, I'm going to fold it where the window will fit on one side and not be too close to the signature if it's put, that way. Like if I decide to fold it this way and stick it there. I don't know how I'll end up doing it at this point, but right now we're just going to put it in there. Figure it out as we go. Sometimes I cut them and do something else. About there. There. Let's put this one maybe here. I'll fold this one this way. Like I said, it doesn't really matter because I'll probably change my mind 10 times. That's usually what happens. None of these have the window on the side I like. I prefer it on this side for some reason, but none of these have that. I don't think did I have any that had that? Any with right side windows? No, 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 no. Nope. None of those. I get one in there? Yeah. One in here. Let's put this one. We'll put it with this ledger. All right, so we got our signatures. There we go. 3 very nice size signatures. Like I said, I'm not going to try not to bulk them out too much. I'm really tempted to take one page out. I just don't have the time. I've got like Monday, Wednesday for like, we'll say 3 weeks. Or not Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 3 weeks. As I want to finish this by, say, the 14th of November. 14th, 15th, somewhere around there. So I can't take too long or I will just run out of time. So let's see, what could I eliminate? I could probably eliminate a coffee dyed or something. There's not much in there, honestly. It's very few pages. Yeah, I don't really have anything I can eliminate and feel good about it, so we're just going to go with it. So 7 pages, is that what I said? 7 each. If you count the envelope, it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the envelope. All right, that's what we're going to go with. And then our cover. So now, this is what we'll have. And when the spine is flat, it'll fit in there very nicely. Okay, so that'll fit nicely in that space. And plenty of room to, you know, fill it. I still got a decent amount of room. And even if I wanted to add lace, because it's not super close, I could add lace or anything. I don't always, but sometimes I do on the soft cover ones. We'll have to see if I can find some lace, because I don't have a lot of lace right now. I have some, but not a lot. All right, I'm good with that. I don't know which one I might have first. Honestly, it tends to change. But I kind of like the way, I like this one, I think, best. Yeah, I think I like that best with the front. So that's probably the one I'll use first. All right, so there's that. And we could go ahead and put our little eyelid on there. Might as well. I don't usually do it first, but it doesn't really matter. So let's put our eyelid on there. Since I have a nice strong center right now, I can see where to put it. And that's just for a dangle or a charm or whatever. If you're not going to do one, you don't have to have one. Let's see. Let's go with what color I want. I don't like that color. Let's go with the coppery one. I only have 2 of the bigger size right now. I'll go with this, and those 2 are really stuck together. We'll just pick another one. And then my crocodile, and so we'll just mark where we want that. So like I said, I can already see the center, and I usually just keep it fairly close. That way when I put the signatures in, they don't get in the way. But I think I have a decent amount of room this time, so we can take a peek real quick, see how much room I have. Yeah, I've got a decent amount of room. I should be able to slide it in there. And I don't usually sew right there anyway. I usually start my sewing a little lower. So even if the signature is over that point, it usually doesn't interfere. So just want to find your center. Make sure you're centered. Which, like I said, I've got a really strong center mark right now. Mark it. As long as you're, just make sure you're on the cardboard part, the packaging. Don't just get the fabric. If you have a lot of fabric edge, make sure you actually grab your packaging. I'd say that's relatively important. So we're just going to put a little dot there. So poke a hole. Which one's the big one? This one. Okay, so poke a hole. Okay. You gonna fall out of there? I don't see it. It's still in there somewhere, I think. Oh, it'll fall out sooner or later if it didn't. And then our eyelet. So I want on the outside. Now this does have some quilting to go through, but it should be fine. It's not that thick. As long as you get a little bit of a edge to squish over, you're fine. If not, get a bigger eyelet, a deeper one. All right, make sure this is on the right size. I think it is. Okay. And we have our little eyelet on there. Okay. And that'll work for our charm. Okay. That's good. What time is it? 10? We could probably start decorating or something. I still have plenty of time. What should we do? Decisions. Let's see. Not sure. All right, let's see what I have for ephemera, because I haven't cut a lot yet, but I did cut a little. Let's see here. I got that Serenity paper. I've got this October paper. Fall Bounty. Autumn labels. Backdrops. Fall mix. So I actually made a little bit of ephemera with some of my things. So this is a painting of mine, a little chickadee painting. This is actually a graphics fairy. It's the one that I split. Got that on one page. This is a stencil I did, a sign, and I thought it was nice for this journal, so I just printed it out. I just took a picture of it and printed it. So that'll be just like a journaling card or something. So I have a few things that I've printed. And then I've got this cute Serenity paper. It might look good somewhere. See what's left in it. I don't know what's left in it. It's very naturey. Not sure how fall it is, but some of it is. That's kind of fall looking. Although it does have some blackberries, which is definitely not fall. But at least my blackberries don't grow in fall. Butterflies. It's not super fall, but some of it is. The owl reminds me of fall. I think that's why I always think of this one as a fall thing, but it's really more of a spring, summer. So I'm not sure about that. This is definitely fall. Might just make a pocket or something. It's cute for a side pocket. It's on the other side, leaves. It's on the other side of that, just brown. good for a tuck. Like a bottom pocket, I mean. They're always double-sided, more important to you if you're using it as a pocket. It's just pink. It's hard to pick up. Oranges. Alright, I might do this. See if I can find a good spot for that. And then maybe one of these in it or something. Not sure what I have printed out. I haven't printed out a lot of her stuff yet, unless I don't think I found the one from last year. Let's see, what do we have in here? We have some apples. Apples. It's like a pocket itself. This is so cute. I did this in a window last time. I remember doing that in a window. I'll try not to do the exact same things again. Because you know how that goes. I like that with that though. This is, I think it's like supposed to be an envelope. I was trying to figure out how it folds. It folds there, it folds here. She's got lines on here that are very subtle, but there are lines. I'm trying to see, I think it's like a kind of an envelope, right? Oh, I can't cut with these. Just my big ones. Too little. So I guess it goes like that. I'm not sure how it works. Maybe like that? Maybe. It's like they don't always tell you what they are, per se. You know, they have lines and stuff, but then you have to kind of figure out, like, is it supposed to be a pocket? Is it supposed to be like an envelope? What's it supposed to be? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it kind of looks cute either way, I guess. It is cute. I don't know. It's a little deer. Musk. All right. Well, I like that. Let's go with that for today. I will use this sooner or later because that's really cute. It'd be cute as a little, like, note, like, put paper in there. And then a cover, like a tie. That'll be cute. I'll do that. I might print it on cardstock, though, instead of scrap of paper. We'll see. I'll have to keep that in mind. I think that would be a fun little note thingy. All right, what page will this look good on? Let's find a good page. So, obviously could put it on just regular coffee dyed. Probably fine. That's too bright. Green's not terrible. It won't be this deep. I'm going to cut this off. Let's just go ahead and cut it so I can kind of see what I'm working with. Too many things in my way. I don't want it. I want it deep enough that this pocket will look. I want the girls to peek out over the top. Think about. I think there. That'll still give me that. That's got writing on it and leaves. It's pretty. Use it somewhere. And then how wide? Which side shall I get rid of? I think this side. So I logically about 5 inches, I think. Usually that's about what it is. Let's see how that feels. Yeah, I could have got a fraction bigger, but that's okay. It'll depend on how close to the middle it is. So it's not bad there. The green's not bad. I bet this brown's it's not bad either. Yeah, lots of good places, I think. And we got our center, so not there, not there. So either the green or the brown is nice. We'll pick the best one. I don't think with the sunflowers. So that's not with the ledger. It's a different green. Leaves. Nah, too blendy. And that's the same paper as the other one. I think this yellow is way too bright. Yep, way too bright. So definitely not there. Probably that green or brown, I think, is what we're going to end up with. Does look like on that. It's not bad. Better than I thought it would be, honestly. But this blends in a lot. I could back it with something. Well, I will back it with something. It's just, do I want it to show on the edge or not? Maybe. I still think I like it better on the green. Yeah. I am leaning towards that green. Let's go for it. Alrighty. Green it is. So we're going to put a little notch in that. Let's see which size. Not too deep. Oh, yay. Some ink. Up. Okay, that's good. And then we'll back this onto something. Trim it just a little bit. So what can I back that onto? I do like the color on that paper. I have some background paper here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. See if there's anything that looks good. What about this? This is interesting looking. It's not bad. It's not a lot of uses I would do for that. It's a weird paper, but I like it there. The other side has wood. If I want to make it writing, I could cover it a little bit so you could write on it still. So let's see how big we want this. We don't want to go so big it won't fit in the pocket. Think about there. So let's cut this one about there. I'm just doing some simple stuff because I don't have anything planned per se. I think I will round. I don't know if I want to round it. I want to round this. But these have a really sharp corner there, so I can't really round that well. If I had a tiny rounder, I could, but my rounder's too big. So we'll ink this first. And then I think I'll round the corners on that. Just ink this up a little bit, get rid of that white edge. This is just printed on some coffee dyed paper. I could have just printed on regular paper, but I never know what I'm going to do with them, so sometimes I just print on the coffee dyed. Plus it feels different. It has a different feel to it. It's a little heavier when you coffee dye it. I don't know why, but it is. See how that looks. Yep, that'll be good. Ink that up. I'm just inking it enough to get rid of the cardboard white edge. Not necessarily to color it too much. And then this back. What shall I do with this back? I was wondering if I might sand it. I really don't know. Do I have a scrap of this? I do have a scrap. I'm curious as to what that would look like. It's not bad. I'm just thinking if I sand it for just a writing spot, that it might work pretty good. So we're going to try that. Not the whole thing. Just going to take some of this design off. Kind of the center. Just might wipe or something. Paper towel probably work best. I just want enough that it becomes light enough to write on. But I don't want to go through it or nothing. So we're just going to very lightly sand it. Almost to that point. This is 320, I believe. I'll look in a second. And I have an even finer one. Let's see. What is that? Oh, that's 150. We'll use the 320 on it, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. 320. Just to smooth it down. That feels pretty good. I think that'll be fine for writing on. Yeah. Alright, that'll work. So we're going to glue this to this for a pretty little background. Edges. This is art glitter glue. You could also use Barely Art glue. Whatever you like. Try to get the center. Because once I lay it down with this art glitter, I ain't moving it. It's pretty quick. hold it where you don't want to put glue. Try not to go too close to the signature, just because you have less issues with it bunching and not being able to get your ephemera in the pocket. All right, that's cute. And that will go there. That's pretty. I like it. Does it need a word or something? I mean, it doesn't necessarily need a word, but we might put one. We'll see if we see something. You can decorate as little or as much as you want. Some people like to layer on just tons and tons of layers and all that, and that's all very fine and dandy. Whatever you like. Let's see, where are those labels? They are floating around here somewhere. So we got mine that I printed. These are mine I made up, and then there's also the one from that set. I don't like that color. What about this color? Got some verticals. Probably save those for when I absolutely need them. Hello Fall. Sure, I'm not sure I like this color either, honestly. I need to print out a new color. Sometimes it's okay, but sometimes it's like, eh. Oh, we got Harvest Festival. I think I love fall most of all. Of course, this is so common. Maybe. Cornucopia. My favorite color is Autumn. Hello Autumn. I'm trying to find a medium-sized. Scarecrow doesn't work. Hello Fall works. I'll decide on these colors. Let's see what we have in the Fall Bounty set. I don't know her name. Let's see if I can look up her name so I know her name, but I don't know her name. What do we got in here? I do like her dark brown ones, which I don't have a lot of those printed. It might be too dark for that page though. Oh, we got Grateful Palm Harvest, Sunflowers, Acorn, Gobble, Turkey Time, Pumpkins, Thanksgiving, Gather, Blessed, Thankful, Dear, Cozy, Falling Leaves, Fall Bounty, possibly, Autumn, Blessed, Harvest, November, Acorn, no acorns really. Probably have pumpkins somewhere. Oh, there it is. Pumpkins. Could do pumpkins. Let me cut it out and see what this color looks like. I can change it a little bit with ink, but not too much. Let's see, what about pumpkins? I put it there. I think I like it better on the bottom. I think I like it better over here. So I've got pumpkins. I've got this darker Hello Fall. This says, I think I love fall most of all. It's very small print. I have more labels. I'll take a peek real quick. Where are they? There they are. Any thoughts? Oh, it's so quiet today. What do we have in here? There's some more hers. I think I said the dark brown ones are a little too dark for this. I do have some green ones. Not a lot of them, but where are my tweezers? Let's see what this green one is in here. What is that? Is it autumn? I'm guessing it's autumn. Got autumn and green. It's almost the right color. It's not terrible. Let's see what else. Falling leaves doesn't fit. Butterfly, mushrooms, pumpkins, and then I have just the dark brown pumpkins. Do you think the dark brown's too dark? The dark brown, I have the light. I don't think I have a green. I don't see a green. And then I have, these are dictionary ones, which I got off of Etsy as well. Like this one says Harvest, which isn't bad for that page. Harvest, Cauldron, Scarecrow, Trick or Treat, Halloween, Golden Apple, Hayride, Candy, Potion, Spooky. A lot of these are more Halloweenish. Pumpkin, there's a pumpkin one. So I could do the dictionary one, or I could do, that's a fraction bigger than I would like. Do I have a smaller one? I'm not sure if I have a smaller one. Scarecrow, pumpkin, coffee, and sunflower. I don't see a smaller pumpkin. Nope. Not that there's not one in the set, I just don't have it printed. Alright, any thoughts? No thoughts? You guys are so quiet. Alright, I'll pick. Let's see. What do I like best? I do like the dictionary ones. I think the pumpkin might be a little big. Harvest isn't a bad size. Once I ink it, it'll look a little better. I wonder what that would look like inked with green. Might look good. I'm not crazy about the shade of this particular orange. And we need a better green. I'll have to print these in. These are mine, so I can print these in any color I want. Let's go with Harvest, I think. Good job. I think I'll go with Harvest. I don't know. I just want to see what color to ink it. I'm not sure if... Do I have one I can practice on? I want to practice on that one. I want to practice on one. I don't care if I lose, because I want to print out more. Not that it's a huge deal here. We'll practice on glove, because the chance of me using glove is probably slim to none. Might, but probably not. All right, I know I have a pretty green in here somewhere. Let's see. What do we got? Frayed burlap, possibly. We have peeled paint oxide. Maybe. I have another green. Let me find the other green. If I can find it. Oh, where are you hiding? You're in the container still, aren't you? It is. It's totally in the container. I haven't used it in a while. Green. We have fern green, which I feel like might be a good choice. Maybe fern green. I could use the typical vintage. I don't know. I'm just trying to be different. Let's see what this fern green looks like. Let's see if it's too bright. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Where's my thingy? that it? Oh, that's forest green. That ain't even supposed to be there, is it? Forest is way too bright. But I think fern might be possibly good. I'm just trying to see what it looks like. I'm not crazy about it. It's a good, the green's almost perfect, but it just doesn't look good. Well, maybe not. You know, sometimes it doesn't work out the way you think. What about frayed burlap? Let's see what that looks like. Frayed burlap's very dark. It's not bad. We're going to go with frayed burlap. I like it. All right. Frayed burlap it is. And I could have left the little white edge, but I decided I didn't want to, so we're going to make it brown. Frayed burlap is a brown tone, but it's almost got a green, kind of a green note to it, just slightly. All right, do that. That looks good. Glitter. Cute. There we go. Good enough. I like it. Y'all like it? Let me show you up close so you can see what it looks like. Okay. There's our little tag. And a little bit of writing space on the back. Okie dokie. So one down. It's better than I usually do. I usually don't get anything done when I'm doing the covers. Put these all back in their perspective places. Hopefully. I may just throw them in this loose one. Obviously, I'm going to have to go by and print more because I don't have enough printed. So I hate not having things to choose from. These are all mine. Yep, this one's not mine. All right. I try to keep them separated only because sometimes y'all want to know where I got them from. My labels you guys can go buy on Etsy if you want to buy them. They are for sale on Etsy. So, back in there. Okie dokie. These two go in my little holder wherever I threw it. I threw it somewhere. Don't know. No, there it is. These go in here. We're just going to pick a spot. Get in there. Okie doke. Okay, that's it for today, I think. I don't have time, I don't think, to do a whole nother page or anything, so we're just going to call that a good spot to quit. We got one little page done. We got our 3 signatures ready to decorate. So we've got 3 signatures to work with. And we are off to a good start. So thank you for joining me. I will be back on, ooh, good question. What is this week? Oh, let me look at my calendar, which has not been flipped. I do not know. I don't know if I'm going to be on Sunday. I might be on Sunday. But I have a lot going on. The 3rd. I think I can be on Sunday. All right, so Sunday I will try to do a stencil Sunday of some sort. There are probably things, stencils or transfers I could do in this journal, so I'll probably do that. So that'll be the next time I'm on. Because I know for sure I've got some fall transfers and things, and stencils. Now, they may not be things that are for sale anymore, so that's the only thing that I'll have to look at. Because I know sometimes you guys prefer me to use things that you can actually purchase still, but sometimes it's not an option because I don't have everything that's new. But I will see what I can do. But this is our journal. I like this. I think it's going to be nice. It's soft and squishy and crinkly. It's got a little crinkly noise because it's got that packaging in there, which is always fun. All right, guys. All right, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on Sunday at 4 p.m. and we'll go from there. All right, take care.